I would bet that you're like me. There are times on a project when you need to build some energy, you need to have some fun, you need to visioneer a little bit, you need to encourage yourself. Well, you just want to have fun. It's not just girls who want to have fun. Today we're going to have fun. We're going to visioneer. You and I, just the two of us, are going to go in here and we're going to do some stuff. The first thing we're going to do,
we're going to take a fashion risk.
We're going to cut out the brace here and do some stuff in the interior. Sound like fun? Stick around. I'm Mike, and this is My Car Shop. Kind of exciting to think that this project is this far along, that we can take off the pads we've had on here and take out the bracing. And it's been hanging on the rotisserie now for 3 years, maybe close to 3 years. But I feel like the body structure is at the point now where I have no concerns. So I'm going to blow out just this side at least today. Got to get my cutoff wheel and get after cutting this out. So let's do that. And then we'll start to unveil the little bitty surprise. Oh, we got packages today too. I got packages from a channel viewer in the mail. We're going to open that up in a bit, so don't go away. Awesome. It's been a long time since that's been wide open. We'll probably do the one on the other side too. Notice the car didn't go boom. So maybe we have some strength. So what exactly do I think is fun? Well, I've wanted to do this for a while, and today we're going to. So let's get what I got. Drum roll, please. Perfect. We got to make some seat stanchions to get them in there. They're obviously a little bit low. I think they need to be up. Probably about there is my guess. But I think it's cool. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to temporarily just make that stay where I want it so I can look at it. I'm missing the lever on this side here to make the seat pivot. We'll figure that out. Maybe we'll make something custom. But yeah, let's bring the car around and get the bar out on that side, and we'll set that seat in. That seat's a little different. Seems like all I do is play the shuffle the car back and forth game, but it's got to be done. Hopefully I can get that seat in here. It's a little bit crowded, but yeah, I can't really move it over. I didn't used to have this here. That was so I had more room, and then I had the car out there, but we had to get the Oakland in, so I moved it back. Dad's coming again tomorrow, so I don't really want to bother dragging the car back forward if I can help it. Let's get the seat. They need a good thorough cleaning, but this one's got all the power mechanisms and stuff on it, so it's a heavy brute. There we go. It's also got the funk of 40,000 years of dust and straw and all kind of stuff under it. Interesting. It's got these clips that go on the front that'll need to be taken off. But for now, I think what I'm going to do is, I think actually this seat, the height-wise, isn't going to be too bad. But let's get a thing on the other side to, there we go. Yeah, that's what that seat is missing, is this lever right there. You can't see that. I'll get you over here in a minute. But let me get a board under that side to try to level it up a little bit. What I don't know is the height. This needs to go down, probably an inch. I'm a tall guy, so I'm concerned about sitting in there, and my head's probably going to be right up in the ceiling. So we may need to we got to make seat brackets anyway, but we may need to do something radically different with this one. But, you know, again, it's just about getting it in there like a ragu. It's in there. One thing to remember is I've got this seat tipped way up, so it would normally be more back in here. Kind of like the location. Let's see, the shifter would be right here. I kind of like that. The seat would be back more. Of course, the seat is up on its tracks. Well, you're not going to be able to tell anything by standing over there. Why don't you come over here? Pardon my mildew. Get that cleaned up eventually. But yeah, I think it looks all right. I'm very sure the seat needs to go down at least an inch, maybe 2. And the only way I'm going to know is to get it mocked in there and held in place. Get the dash, the steering column, the steering wheel, the pedals, all that stuff in there, and then move the seat around in its range of motion. But I can't complain about that. Moving stuff out of the way. I'm looking at the position there. I don't think it looks bad as far as its location in here. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'll have to look at some pictures of Challengers, but yeah, you know, kind of cool. All right, so here we are. I just was texting with my buddy John in California, Life at Speed channel. Check that out. He said that the dimension on his from here to here is 7 inches. This one's 12. So we've got to cut a lot of this stuff off of the seat because it's too high. But it also could be that the power seat mechanism is raised up. So I want to take that out and get it on a bench and see what can be unbolted, and then see if we can power it up and it down all the way to see if we get it at 8 inches. I'd probably be happy with that. That seat over there I've got bolted in now, and it's at 7 inches or close. So that's about where it probably needs to be. So, you know, it needs to come up a little bit on that side, I think. And I just got 2x4 stuck under there for now because I got to make the brackets. But yeah, let's get this out and see what can happen as far as getting it down where we want it. So it definitely looks to me like the seat is up a long ways. Whether it's up all the way, I don't know. This plastic piece could be a problem, but that would be easy enough to nip off. So what I need to do is get a pin out and find out what the wires are to move the seats here. This is the power switch over here. So I really think I just need to know what is power and what is ground. And I don't think I need to look it up. I think it's those two right there. So let me get something that I can hook some power up to it here, and we'll get this bzz, 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 bzz. Yeah, this is the 4-way switch here. So hopefully, I don't know what these other ones would be for. Little bitty ones. They're very small wires, so I'm guessing they're some kind of sensor wires or something. Who knows? But we'll hook up power to these two and see what we can let the magic smoke out. This isn't the first time we've done this. If you go way back 5 years ago on the channel, we were doing this on the 47 Ford, figuring out all the wiring for the power seats on that before we installed those in that car. So lather, rinse, and repeat. Okay, positive, negative, 100% what it was. There goes our seat track forward. That goes so far forward, it's ridiculous. And then this will be all the way back. So Becky shouldn't have any problem reaching the seats in this. The amount of seat travel is just ridiculous. So that would be all the way back right there. And then it was way down. That's about as far down as it goes. The mechanism is really stiff. And that's bottomed out there. So, yeah, that makes sense that this would be flush. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to buzz these off. Because it looks like, I don't know if that'll clear or not. If we had the right bolts, we could potentially bolt this in. But I want to get these hooks off of here for now. I'm not so sure I'm going to take those off yet. Maybe. That may be where I want to run my bolts through. These may work by themselves and then just put a spacer over on this side like a piece of box tube, and that may work. It's all going to depend on what it looks like, of course, but quite pleased with that, actually. Yeah, cool. So I need to know from here to here, is this 7 inches, I guess, because if this is on the floor, then that would be the 7 inches. If it's 8 inches, I can live with it. If I measure it from the bottom of this cupped piece here up, it's about 8 inches. If I measure it from the bottom of the track, it's like 7.5. So it's in the ballpark. I like to leave that reinforcement on there. I would like to use this hole here to be, and just get flathead bolts that'll clear the situation there and bolt it down. This side, of course, like I said, we're going to have to make a spacer that's about 2 inches to get that level. But yeah, it really went up in there a lot more than I was expecting, because it was at 12, and so that was way down there, like that. So that's cool. Let me get this cut off, because that'll give us another 1.5 to 1.3, well, 1.5 there. So let's get those 4 little tabs cut off. Okay, I think the only other thing I want to do before we put this in there is give myself some extensions on these wires so we can put the seat through the motions. That should be pretty easy to do. We'll just use a couple of small female spade connectors to put in there for now. We'll tape it up good so it holds. Yeah, that should do the job. So there's a couple of other things that will probably need to be powered eventually. I even think this might have the heated seat, but for now, it'll be fine the way it is. So I'm thinking that I almost wonder if I shouldn't just look for another one of these seat assemblies for the passenger side. I believe this is out of a Teens Dart, so it shouldn't be hard to find one of these. Problem is they're going to want 10 million because of all these motors and stuff, but maybe I can come up with one for next to nothing. We'll see. All right, I ham and egged up a couple of wires. I got this potentially be able to bolt it in through here. We'll see. So let's go put her in the car, see what happens, see if we can get it kind of ham and egged in there a little bit, see what we got. Okay, it's bolted in there with just one bolt. Pretty level. I messaged my buddy John and mentioned that. With this change here, it's at 8 inches or so, a little more than 8.5. I can live with that, but I can get another inch out of it by taking this one little bracket off of there that I showed you before. So we'll probably do that. But here's the thing I like. That part, the seat's not hooked up yet. Oh, that's the heated seat. How cool is that? But that's back as far as she goes. Plus, then this goes back. But this thing goes up a huge ways. Gotta be careful because my wires are gonna. So there's no reason that Becky shouldn't be able to drive this. The only problem may be, and I haven't thought of this, with that B-body shifter, she may not be able to shift it, so we may need to get the E-body shifter for it. For me, it's better to have the B-body one. The only way we're going to know on that is to get the dash, the pedals, and all that stuff in it, and then see. But that's 2 bolts. It's easy enough to swap that out. So we'll go with that one now. So that one still may find its home in the Charger. But I wanted to use this one because it's the only pistol grip I have, but also because it does bring that shifter back a long ways, but it may bring it back too much. It'll be what it is. It'll be fine. So, cool. Yeah, what's next? So I need to find a set of seat brackets, like I said, for the other side. Power wire fell off here. But yeah, she'll go up a long ways, and the girl's going to like that. I'll tell you that right now. That's bottomed out right there. Oh, that's cool, cool, cool. So yeah, seat brackets for the other side, whether it's just the manual seat brackets or another set of powers, I'd be happy with just the manual seat tracks. I think that's going to be the simplest solution. These almost fall in there. I just need to make a 2-inch spacer on that side, and we're in like Flynn. So that's cool. If you look, you can see that passenger side seat is down about 2 inches, which is, yeah, that's about right. So I think probably ultimately I will take this piece out of here and drop that seat down that 1 more inch, and that will help a lot. And then of course we need to make an adapter over on that side to make it work, but I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. So yeah, finding the brackets out of a 2014-2016 Dodge Dart for the right seat. But if not, I'm just going to make that, and I'll probably make that seat a permanent fixture. I will need to get some kind of a unit like that. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that stuff. But we'll come up with something. You know, if I have to go picking in a smaller town yard somewhere, I probably will come up with something for it. So that seat's up all the way right now, and you can see how far back that shifter would be. That would be tough. An E-body one would be like this here. So that would be a lot easier, but for putting the seat all the way back, which is probably where I'm going to want it, that's actually pretty good. So we'll see. That was fun. That was really fun. Yes, makes me want to get all the components out, put the center console in, and the dash, and the column, and everything. And we may do that. We may do that. You just never know. So you'll have to stick around the channel. All right, we got packages to open. Hey, let's get over there and get the packages opened up. This package came from Captain Kurt's Garage down in Texas. He emailed me a while back and said, hey, I want to send you something. It just arrived the other day. I told him I would open it on camera to promote his channel for him. So we're opening it on camera to promote his channel for him. So check it out, Captain Kurt's Garage here on YouTube. We've got a nice 2X large shirt that I'll be wearing on the channel to promote my buddy Kurt. Appreciate it. Thank you. That's awesome. He's got a 70-something Charger. I've watched his channel some. I can't remember exactly what year it is. I'm not big on the Coke bottle cars, but somebody could look at the rear end of that car and know exactly what it is. I can't. Do it on a Challenger, which is funny because it's almost the same car. It's a little different sheet metal, but basically the same platform, same undercarriage, same frame rails, same floor pans as the CUDA. A lot of parts interchange underneath these cars between the Coke bottle Chargers and the E-bodies. So anyway, very good. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Go check his channel out if you would. And you know what? That's going to do it for me today. That was fun. I had some time after work. I needed to just de-stress. And it's so cool to look over and see seats in the Challenger. I've been waiting to do that since I got the seats. Thank you again to my neighbor for the seats. I appreciate it. And for all the other parts you've donated to the Stitches Challenger project. I appreciate it, Polly. And yeah, like, share, subscribe. We have channel memberships for as little as $5 a month. you can get behind the scenes content and exclusive members only stuff. So check that out as well. That's going to do it for this one. We will catch you on the next one. And don't forget, because it's important, rock!